Hey guys, what is going on? It is Swampy here, and I'm coming at you with another tutorial in Cinema 4D. Sorry. This tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make fractured text like this example here, and this one as well. So it's really easy. Now I might have to make another tutorial if people don't know how to install plugins to Cinema 4D. I will do that later on if anyone needs help, if they want to do this themselves. And also I've got an example here, I'll put it in my background. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So what you're going to need, you're going to have to go download. This is the HDRI. You'll download this, and if on Mac you'll have to install a RA opener or whatever. I have on my computer. It's called UnRARX. It's free. You can get that if you want, if you're on the Mac. But if you're on Windows, it's pretty easy to open. So you just download that one, and then you also want to go to this website here. This one, you just download whichever program you have. If it's Cinema 4D 12, 13, or 14, you just download that, and you have to install that into your Cinema 4D, sorry, and as a plugin, and that will be it, all the things you need to do today. And I will show you the example I made just like not very long ago, but that's pretty much what I made. I've got two lights there, got a few things, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so let's just start a new one, and we just, first of all, you want to make a font, so just go MoGraph and MoText. So just chuck this in the middle, pick the font you want. I will use, I think I'll just probably use the same font as before. Last time I used collation, but I'm going to have to take these off capitals because it takes a long time to render the font because it's really pixelated. So I'll just type in Swampy again and go to collation. So we get this font. It's not a bad font, pretty nice. So you just want to punch this down to about 150, so it's a bit smaller and fits in the screen. And the depth, I usually use about 80 depth, which is a nice size depth. Okay, also I would like to horizontal space, so I space it out a little bit more. Oh, wrong one, up. Might just 10, just to be safe, because when you put the fracture in, they can come out a bit more and go into other letters, which you don't want. So that's your text. What you will have to do, what you can do, which makes it better, fill up cap, punch this down to about 2 or 1, depending on what you like. This really just gives you some nice highlights, like on the edges here, makes it much smoother and nicer. Okay, so we've got this right font, right size, caps, it's got all that going on. So you can press C to make all this editable, or you can just go over here and press this button, like so. It'll make all this, make a group and a null object, sorry, and I'll have all these extrude nodes inside, and this just basically makes every letter individually editable. And you can basically edit all these shapes and just move them around and stuff. That's all it really does for you. You didn't really change much. So we'll just take them out of there and get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. So I just got rid of the null object. Now I've got these here, and what you want to do is you want to press C again, and this will make each individual section of the letter editable. Okay, and then you would have to go right click, unfold all. So now we have lots and lots and lots of stuff on our stuff. So now you have to just right click again, and sorry, you gotta select all of them. Just Command A or Control A depending on what computer you're on, and just right click and go connect and delete, connect objects and delete, which will just make this all back to 1. Don't need any of these triangles things here, they really don't do anything, so just get rid of them. Okay, now the next thing you'll want to do is you'll notice that everything here now you can just edit all, so you grab all these different faces and stuff. So that's pretty much what we wanted. And now once you got that, you just Command A, get all of these things, right click on them, any one, doesn't matter, press optimize. This is pretty much welding all these parts together. So, because if you notice that they are not actually connected, so now you welded this together and it gets a weird color and glow on this, which is not very nice because it leaves some dodgy parts on it. So just Command A again and click on that button there, and just take this down. Usually around 40 it starts to get a bit nicer, but if you notice it will come up, you get around 50 and stuff, and it'll get these weird stuff going on. So like that there. So I usually use about 30, which is my just preferred favorite. But yeah, you can use 40 if you wanted to, depending on what text and font, whatever. Okay, so once we've done this, you just want to go into plugins. Go to, I do not want to even pronounce that, but yeah, that one, and just go the first one. So you don't want any of this building cutter or ball, so just click the first one and this window will pop up. If you're on Windows, I think it is, it has like the name of the thing in there, and it has pictures and stuff and the plugins, but with the Mac it doesn't. So basically we got all this here, and that's just laid out of me. So you just want to change the pieces, which is how often it will cut up into little pieces. Just pick them, it picks randomly, it doesn't really matter what you pick them on. You can change it, but just keep it on random, it makes them a bit more scattered around. And I usually, the other one I used for the purpley one, it did use 10 pieces. You can go up to you can go ahead as many as you want, but do note it will lag your computer if you go higher, if you go to a higher number. 10's usually the one I use, but I might go 15. And just leave all that stuff the same, don't need to change anything along here, it's all fine. So just select it all and just break now. You to go through and break all the different parts up like so. So now we have little bits of stuff everywhere, and I think I just moved that, didn't I? No. So yeah, you can notice it if you're on the angles and stuff like that, little dots and cracks. And so that's all good and done, we don't need this anymore. Okay, these here are the dynamic body tags. You don't need them. All they do is just not going to do anything. Nope, not going to do anything. Okay, yeah, don't worry about that then. Usually they make it full. Sorry, if they tick all these, they make it full. Like so, and it breaks up. If you want to go for that effect, you can, but I'm using this as a picture, so it's not going to be necessary. So just, you can get rid of all of these. Okay, now that's done, you go into, you want to make your colors. So I'm going to go with a color, I'm just going to go white as the color. This is going to be the inside color, it does tell you the inside and the out. So this will be all the stuff inside the cut, and this will be the outside skin. So for luminance, you just want to click that and pick whatever color you want. I went purple last time, I went greenish blue. I think it's time for yellow, maybe? Yellow. Yep, so that's pretty much good and done for that. Don't need to leave it all the same. It's pretty good. So that'll basically change the inside color. You can't actually notice it, but if I won't. If you can move these parts away, you'll notice that it's got an inside color of yellow. And now you want to change the outside color. So I'm going to use dark grey to almost black, which will basically. And I'm also going to check on reflection, and I'm going to go Vezinal. Can't talk today. Yep, and then you want to click blurriness, which is this. Basically all it does is when you're looking at it dead on, it won't really change the reflection. The reflection will basically stay normal, just like as in real life. When you're looking front on, it won't have a reflection. But I'm gonna add this blurriness up to 8, so it's not so full on and just sharp edges. Reflection, you don't need it as 100. Take it down to about 25, and this one as well. So that looks much nicer. Check specular off, that just messes everything up. Fake shadows and highlights, which is not my favourite thing. Okay, now we have our colours and our cuts and stuff. You can see the yellow coming through there. But now we got this, we just want to Alt G and group it all together in one big group. I'm just naming this text. So just open them up, you got these in here, and next thing on the agenda is to go into Mode Graph, go Editor, and Random Effector. This random effector will basically can move all these things around. Basically, the easiest way to describe it. So just highlight all these all the letters, and just drop the random effector in the effectors box. So once you do that, you'll get all these weird things going on. Don't need that much going on, so just go back into your random effector and click coordinate. No, stay in that and just make sure they're all on nothing. Yeah, that's all good. Okay, so you just take them down back to 0. Yep. So it's back to normal again. So you do notice a change, because I thought I moved that piece beforehand, but it doesn't matter now. It's only a tutorial, doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm just gonna pick low random numbers. So I'm just gonna go 4, 5, 4, and that'll basically just move these parts around, and it makes it look pretty sweet. So we got that. It looks pretty nice. I don't like the yellow, so yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. But now you want to get into some details and stuff and cool stuff like that. So next thing I'll do is I'll add in what should I do next? I'll add in the camera and lights. So I'll close this down a bit more again so I can see. So I just press light twice, so I'll get 2 lights, and just move the camera. Just take this about 500 and just take it up about 2, and same with the other one, except move it the other way. So we got 500. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's only the lights, you won't notice any difference, so just roundabouts. And now you'll just get some glows in the front. Not a fan of that so much, so I'm going to change the color of it to a red, light red. Too much. I don't like the color that much. I don't like to put in too much on. That looks alright, and it might have a nice green or blue coming through, I think, on the back side. Yeah, so When you get the colours you like, you can, yeah, so when you get the colours you like, you just click camera, add a camera in here, and this camera will just go to wherever you were just when you clicked it. So the camera's in the wrong spot, so just click coordinates, take these all down to 0. Okay, so now we have the camera facing straight. It's facing straight, and when you click camera, when you click on this little button here, it'll take you straight to the camera's view, which is inside the ladder. That's not what you want, so just unclick that. No, actually, just take down the Z-axis. This will move it back. Just move it to within the camera vicinity, and then what I like to do is I'll move it up a little bit, and then rotate this a tad. Okay, so then render, it's looking not bad now. So next thing you want to do is you want to make a new material, and you want to make a sky as well. This will make some highlights on the side. You can just leave it as this if you want, or you can, what I always do is I'll click in here, take off color and specular, click illuminance, load an image, and this will be what one of the downloads are. It'll be the HDRI event. So just open that up, press no, and now we have this, and we just click drag over to the sky after we click something else first. So click on the camera, get rid of this. Not the camera, sorry, I meant to do this on the, where'd the sky go? Get the sky back, put that on the sky. Right click the sky. Cinema 4D tags, compositing, and you unclick that. Unclick scene by camera, so then we'll change it just to this area here, and you will get some highlights on the edges here. That looks quite nice actually. Have done on a few other ones, and I had to, and you might have to turn it down a bit. So you just click here on the image and open up this and go to shaders, and you can take down the exposure a little bit darker if you need to. But that looks quite nice. I'll leave it like that. That looks pretty much. I just move my camera. Move my camera back. Sorry about that. Okay, so my camera is there. Text. That is pretty much done, I believe. So we got our picture, nice text, highlights, all the good stuff going on. Okay, once that's done, I will go through some render settings. So output, always render in 1280 by 720, standard high definition. Save it wherever you want, doesn't matter about that. So I like to add some global illumination and ambient occlusion. So I usually pump that up to 5 a little bit. This basically, ambient occlusion basically adds shadows into this, as you'll see in some of the, yeah, it's gonna take a long time. Hold on, I'll just get rid of the global illumination for a second. This basically adds shadows in the gaps here, so as you see here, I have some nice shadows in the gaps where it's been cut open, which looks pretty nice. Okay, so once that's rendered out, you can add in global illumination. For this, the lowest thing you can do is just chuck it on low and then add on preview. That's pretty low, so it won't take very long to render this compared to what it did before. So this pretty much just adds some nice shine and nice effects on this. If you want to if you're doing this for a final, just pump up all these to high, high, high details and all that stuff. But for the purpose of the tutorial, that's all done and good. The camera is too far in, I'll have to take the camera out a little bit so it fits it all in. But that is done. So my final product, and that's pretty much how to make a 3D effect on your text. And you can put this in montages, not montages, sorry, like backgrounds, in like logos, whatever you want. They make nice effects for most stuff. You can put in montages if you want, but it looks really nice. So that's basically it, guys. If you have any problems, or if you haven't been following properly, just go back and watch over parts. I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually. But that is pretty much my tutorial, guys. So I'll see you later, and don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe for more, and see you around, guys. See ya.